Is up? Welcome back to another video. I did that for somebody. If you know who you are, well, I don't know. That was probably really awkward if it did it to you. If it did, you know who you are, okay? You know, we just talked a little bit ago. But basically, in this video, I'm going to be looking at 5 positional needs the Detroit Lions are going to have for 2020. Let me explain myself. Let's get it started. I know, you know, that I am one of those people that still believe the Lions make the playoffs this year. I know a lot of you guys will hate on me for that. I know a lot of you guys do, and that's okay. A lot of you guys believe I'm crazy for saying that, and you guys want to say that it's on the next year. Well, so many of you want to hear me talk about next year. I don't want to go too far because I still believe this year is a year for the Lions where they can make a lot of noise. But I will touch on this because I think this is something that is actually kind of relevant right now. And those are the 5 positional needs the Detroit Lions will have for 2020. So let's get it started. All right, coming in at number 5, I put the offensive line. Now, it comes at number 5. I don't think it's as big as the other needs, obviously, but I think it's always a big need, right? Your offensive line hasn't been great this season, and we definitely need offensive line help, whether it's at the tackle where Rick Wagner is, maybe even Taylor Decker. I don't know, maybe you go guard, wherever it may be. You really can't go wrong with getting a really good offensive lineman, maybe even a first-round pick offensive lineman. Last year or this year, past year's draft, we didn't take a single offensive lineman, and that shocked me. I was like, wow, I was shocked. But we didn't do that. So maybe this is the year we actually do that and try to help out our offensive line, because as it's playing right now, it's not been the worst in the league, but it definitely could use some improvements, and I would have no problem bringing an offensive lineman. I never do. Now, coming in at number 4, unless it's the wrong pick. Now, coming in at number 4, we have a running back. Now, running back is definitely something that could be higher on this list, and that's one because Kerryon Johnson is now on IR, so we don't even know about his future as a Detroit Lion. We don't know how healthy he is because it's the second time he's been injured in 2 seasons as our running back. Yes, he's young, but he's dealing with so many injuries. Trey Carson has been released off of IR. I thought I would just point that out, but we really don't have a solid number 2. I mean, Ty Johnson's solid, but you kind of need a really good running back. And there was options for the Lions out here at the trade deadline, whether it was Melvin Gordon, who I wish we would have got. It could have been Kenyon Drake, who, again, we could have got for a 6th-round pick, but we didn't. So now you kind of are in that position where you have to get another running back for next season. I know who you guys want. I know who you guys want out of the draft. You guys want the man out of Wisconsin. Look, I know what y'all want. I know y'all want Jonathan Taylor. Maybe he won't even go first round. I think he will, but some people don't have him there in their mock drafts. But there's also free agent options. Lions don't have to go through the draft. But running back will be a very, very big need, especially with Kerryon Johnson's health issues. So that comes in number 4. Into the top 3, coming in at number 3, we have defensive tackle. Now, defensive tackle is going to be very, very necessary next season. I think a lot of people overlook this, but don't. Yes, Next Harrison got an extension, but at the same time, he is aging, and he is not the same player he used to be. Now, is he terrible? Heck no. But is he the same player he used to be? No. Now, Mike Daniels also, he may play this weekend, but he hasn't played much of it at all this season. He's only on that 1-year deal. There's a good chance we don't give him an extension, okay? We're paying him $9 million this year already. So then you're out one of your best defensive tackles, and as we know, our defensive line really hasn't lived up to any of the potential. Maybe the injuries are the cause for that, but that means you need to address that in the offseason. Now, also, is Deshaun Robinson even a long-term option for us at this point? I don't know. I think some people believe he is. I think some people don't. That's kind of a hard one for me to decide. He's really been on that border for a while now, so I'm not really sure there, and I think age catches up with the other guys, and Mike Daniels is only on a 1-year deal. You have to go get a defensive tackle this offseason unless you extend all of those guys and hope they're healthy, but I'd still go draft one at least. Now, coming in at number 2, we have the linebacker position, and this is unfortunate this is even on here. I mean, we have so many young linebackers. Why in the world is this on here? We have Kennard, we have Christian Jones, who we just gave an extension to, we have Jared Davis, very young, and we have Jelani Tavai, a rookie. Why is this on here? Because our linebackers haven't lived up to it. And maybe Jalen Reeves-Maybin is the answer. I don't know. I would love to see Maybin out there. Maybe they could turn it around. What worries me is Jared Davis. Jared Davis just worries me a little bit. I know he loves Matt Patricia's system, and I think Matt Patricia loves him, but I don't know if this is the long-term answer. I really, really don't. Yes, he's young. I don't know if it's the right answer. Maybe you trade him in the offseason, you get something good in return. Who knows? They'll probably go to like the Patriots and be the best linebacker they have on their team, but that's nothing new. So maybe that'll happen. I'm not exactly sure. I think linebacker's a need, though, especially a coverage linebacker. We don't cover that well at the linebacker position. And is that a scheme thing or is that a player thing? I think it could be a little bit of both. But still, I think this is something the Lions will look at as a need, and I think a lot of you guys can agree you think we should get some linebackers. I'd love to hear that in the comments below, though. What do you guys think? And finally, coming in number 1, I put cornerback. Now, you're probably like, why is cornerback so high? Well, it's very simple. Darius Slay contract ends at the end of the year, and there's a chance we let him go. Even if we don't, Rashawn Melvin is also on a 1-year deal contract. So that means you're really going to be set with, if you take those 2 out of the equation, Justin Coleman as your number 1, and now you have a lot of unproven guys. Michael Ford's nice. Amani doesn't play. Michael Jackson, we haven't seen yet. I mean, there's just a lot of guys that are like, okay, yeah, I don't know about that. So you definitely have to go get a cornerback. I mean, even if you bring back Slay, I think you still get a cornerback. unless you bring back Melvin too, but then you could still go get a cornerback. I mean, it's possible. I'm not exactly sure how the Lions feel right now with their cornerback position, but if the Lions don't re-sign Slay, and if they don't re-sign Melvin, then I think there's no other choice but go get a cornerback, okay? Now, if they resign both, then maybe you could make the exception. Okay, we can get a late-round guy, maybe like Amani again, or maybe Amani grows into his role and we don't need to do this. But I think there's a chance that one or both of those guys are not re-signed after the season, and that means cornerback is going to be a very big option. Now, don't get me wrong. Once again, I believe the Lions can make the playoffs this season. I actually believe they will make the playoffs this season. I know, it's crazy. I know, it's crazy. But I did want to talk about this a little bit, just kind of for you guys, because this is what you guys want to hear about. So there you go. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know your top 5. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.